H-O-T-T-O-G-O, long lost pals is hard to go. H-O-T-T-O-G-O, long lost pals is hard to go. Another catchy banger for me this week.
I just don't like her name. Like Chapel, I really hate that name.
Why?
There's a first of all, it's like a religious reference, just a weird name. There's a kid that goes to my daughter's school. His name's Chapel too. I just don't like it as a name at all. So already.
Okay, okay, Joseph.
Right, first of all, stop giving my government name, okay? And second of all, it's a biblical name. Oh, is that what you were saying it? I have a Technicolor Dreamcoat. Welcome to Long Lost Pals, a show of segments. This is episode number 6. I don't know what that is. I think that's a play or music.
Six, 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 six.
Is that a Drake thing too? Oh God, or is that a devil thing? I don't know what's worse.
Both.
Mm. Well, we're gonna get started. First of all, we'll hop right into bottom five. So that's a segment where instead of doing the traditional thing, we rock our top five of a favorite category. Instead of doing those, we do our bottom five. And this week we're doing shoes. And we didn't really add any parameters besides, like, we didn't do shoe brands. This is a specific
Mhm.
shoe.
This is all.
So it could be anything. So this could our answers could be very different from each other, and they could be very similar. We don't know. But we're gonna switch it up this week. I'm going to go first with my bottom five, and I am going to start with number five. Oh, I like to give you like a inside scoop or like the see my lens of how I pick these. So first of all, Shaq and Starberries. I chose not to include those because the idea and the principle behind those of making affordable for shoes for kids is like a good thing. So like the idea behind those, they're
I
trash.
respect that.
Yeah,
I respect
exactly. They're trying to do a good thing with it, right?
Yeah.
Also, honorable mention, just all Team Jordans in general, but I couldn't pick a specific one. But all Team Jordans are not the retros. I picked all of those, but that's not on
Mm.
my list. So we'll go into number five for me, which is the Lugs FM F1 driving shoe. So first of all, Lugs in general, a trash ass brand. I
Yeah.
am not too ashamed to admit that I wore Lugs on the first day of sixth grade and several other days in sixth grade. First of all, atrocious looking shoe. Second of all, quality is awful. Midway through that school year, the tongue just fell off of one of them, just fell off. So these are like Funk Master Flex issue. I don't know shit about Funk Master Flex, but why does he have his own shoe and why is it a driving shoe? What makes a shoe a driving shoe? Like you just go on the road and you decide to put on this different pair of boots. The only pair of boots you should ever buy are Timberlands. I understand Timberlands are very expensive. Wasn't able to afford any till I was like already a grown adult. I bought my first pair like 26, but you just shouldn't buy boots if you're not going to be able to afford them because lugs, awful shoe. Next one, Uggs. So here's my beef with Uggs. There's the different types of Uggs, right? I have Ugg slippers, incredibly comfortable shoes. You know why they're comfortable, Corinne? Because they're slippers. And you know what you shouldn't be doing? Wearing slippers in public. If you go out and about and you go into the grocery store and you got some sweatpants on and you want to throw on some Uggs, I get it. If my wife has the little ankle high ones, like the little ankle boots, I get it. You got your little comfy cozy outfit when it's 20 degrees outside, whatever. But if you're wearing Uggs with jeans, first of all, what kind of shit is that? It's an awful tandem, an awful combo. Hoes are ugly. You're wearing slippers to school, which is just as bad as wearing, I'm saying to school because that's when people were doing it for the most part. It's just as
Yeah.
bad as wearing pajama pants to school, which is my other pet peeve. Like you just
Another
really
one.
don't care about what you look like going out of the house. I can't get behind Uggs. The population and demographic that wear them for the most part, not for me. We'll move on to number three, which is see-through Jordans and Air Force Ones. So there was this wave, it was like an epidemic in the middle of high school where people were just wearing a lot of fake shit that would just come out. There was a time where babes were really popular, but guess what?
Yeah.
Real babes cost like $300, $400.
Yeah.
But people were
Love
just
it.
buying them shits from flea markets, from like online. Like I had a pair of babes. It doesn't say for sure they're fake, but I guarantee you them shits were fake. So there was a period of time where people were just wearing transparent Air Force Ones and Forces. So you could literally see people's dirty socks through them hose. Like there's nothing attractive about those. And because it's see-through, the material is really cheap and plasticky. So people was like, we get holes in them. So different variations, different colors of shoes, all fake, a really bad look. Those are number three on my list. Number two, I'm going with the Dada Supreme school shoes. Do you remember those?
I remember Dada as a brand. I do not remember the shoes.
So, what a time to be alive in around 2002, 2003. Spinners were the coolest things you could ever see, right? Fantastic. I ride spinners or riding spinners. Fantastic song, especially Lil Flip's verse. Incredible. Used to see spinners in the wild. It was like seeing a rare bird. You would like want to get your binoculars out and
Fire. Yeah,
it
that shit
was.
was so fire.
But know what's cool about spinners? There's two things that's cool about them. One thing is that they're on a car.
Yeah.
They're a rim. They
Mhm.
started making a whole bunch of spinner necklaces, spinner shit like that. The WWE has a
Games.
spinner championship belt. Like, what are we doing?
Or remember the bells?
Like, there's nothing cool about that. The cool part is they're on the car
Yeah.
stops, and they keep spinning. So these were affiliated with Latrell Sprewell, awesome player, really cool guy. Choked his coach at one point. Doesn't get much cooler than that. So he wore these shoes. So it's just these chunky ass basketball shoes with a rim in the top corner of them. And first of all, the whole point of spinners, I said first of all again, with spinners, the point is like again, when you stop, they keep spinning. I feel like these shoes did the opposite. Like by the time you wore them a few times, maybe when you first bought them out the box, it's like when you stop, they stop spinning. So it's not even a spinner; it's just a rim on the side of your shoe. Ugly, tacky, defeats the whole purpose of spinners. Number two on my list. Number one, I am going with Melissa's. Do you remember Melissa's?
I almost put them on my list. And when you mentioned the see-through shoes, I was like, oof, I almost put them hoes on my list.
So the other see-through shoes I was talking about were fake. So automatically they should be worse, but these shits were so bad. So they're jellies, but they're jellies with laces, if I'm not mistaken, and like a little heel on the back of them. So the main outfits I remember people wearing these with were like jersey dresses and shit like that, and they'd have Melissa's on. So the thing about this too, women are wearing these, well, not women, young ladies, because this maybe women too, but sixth
Yeah.
graders, seventh graders are wearing these. It's Houston, Texas. It's hot. It's humid.
No socks.
So you're wearing these shits with no socks. So I know them hoes are slippery. Second of all, your feet, the steam starts getting produced. Them hoes start fogging up. They're an ugly shoe. They're a disgusting shoe. There's nothing durable or anything about them. I respect people who wear jellies. My 2-year-old has jellies because she's a small child. I know adults wear them now too, but most of them are straps. Laces and a little heel. Worst shoe I've ever seen. Number one on my bottom five.
All right, let me tell you what I got for you. Number one, Crocs. Give it up, Grandpa. And all of these people are like, oh, they're so comfortable. Okay, yeah, there's plenty of comfortable shoes out there that aren't that fucking ugly. And I've tried some on because my brother has some. And like one time I'm like looking around like, put some, let me take them for a test drive. And I was like, these hoes ain't even like the fuck. I look, get some fucking less ugly, comfortable shoes. They're fucking ugly. Give them up. They're not cute. I don't care if you work in a garden. I don't care if you're a nurse. I don't care what the fuck you wear them for. Get you some fucking Air Maxes. They're just as comfortable. Number four. Speaking of high school and middle school, let's talk about the K-Swiss because I stayed with a pair on my feet. But looking back, them hoes are ugly as fuck. It's kind of like the Lugs. Like Lugs was clearly just a knockoff of Tim's. Like K-Swiss was low key. It was like a cross between like a Force and like an Adidas. Like the Adidas classics, which are still hot now. Like I could pull out, and that's why I feel like I was like, I could pull out some Adidas classics and rock them hoes right now, and they'll work. K-Swiss, ugly ass shoe. They're not coming back. I stayed with a pair. I ain't gonna lie. Before Forces was like took over the game, Case was my shoe. All right, number three. Let's talk about Des real quick because let's talk about these low top Uggs. Let's talk about them. They're terrible. Low top ankle boot Ugg? No, absolutely not. And I like them sandal Uggs with the sling back. I want a fucking pair. And I'll accept even the high boot. I won't accept the ankle boot. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Them shits are ugly as fuck. I don't give a fuck. Number four or number two, whichever way we're going in the fucking list.
The same way. It's every time.
Wedge heels.
Oh.
You see that cork in that? Look, ladies. Lady, and I don't really see them anymore, but I feel like I was watching like the White Lotus and like they're like middle-aged ladies at a resort. Of course they're wearing fucking wedge heels. A pair of wedge heels is gonna make an appearance at a fucking dinner. You know what I'm saying? There was a time and place for those. The time was 2012. That's the place and the time. We're not what I don't want to see no women anymore wearing wedge heels. I'm sorry, I hate to say it. Now, number five. We're
Number
talking about
one.
Jordan. Number one, number five, we're gonna talk about some fucking Jordans, and I'm going to catch some heat for this. I don't give a fuck. The Jordan threes are so fucking ugly. I hate the Jordan threes. And every time I see somebody with them, their fucking ashy ass ankles are out. So is it just the fucking threes that y'all are just like, boom, I got threes on and just felt the need to skip the lotion for the day? Like, what the fuck are we doing? Because if I see another three next to an ashy ankle, I'm probably going to have to confront that person and ask them why the fuck they feel the need to fucking throw some lotion on. I hate the threes, bro. Every colorway. I think they got like the cement ones, and then there's like the blue and white. Ugly, ugly, ugly. The black ones, ugly. Don't care. I don't like the threes.
Couple of things about your list. K-Swiss fire theme song. And I always wanted the ones where you could twist the tongue on. If you remember, they had like the reversible
I
tongue.
had no.
Other thing about K-Swiss, they were cool for like a year or two. And I was so happy because my dad used to only wear K-Swiss, all white. And it was like a lame shoe. And then it was like 1 or 2 years old. I'm like, yeah, my dad wears K-Swiss. And then it went back to, oh, my dad wears K-Swiss. Um, Jordan threes are just very random to me. I feel like there's some Jordans that are like truly atrocious. So I think you're more worried about the ashy ankles than you are the shoe.
Bro,
But
maybe that is what it is, but I just do not like the threes, bro. And I see, and you know, people love the fucking threes. That's why they keep re-releasing them. And I'm like, that ain't never a release you ever gonna have to fucking worry about me trying to beat you in line over because I'm not fighting for them hoes.
and I made some interesting faces where you were talking about wedge heels because I just don't know shit about wedge heels. Like somebody could wear those right now, and I'm like, those are kind of goofy looking, but I wouldn't know about the day or the year. So you probably saw me. I was like I didn't know what you were talking about. But anywho, bottom five complete. So we're gonna move on to our next segment, which is throw the beef back on the grill, which is instead of being good people, good church going, Christ fearing people, what we do is we unforgive people or bring up people that we never forgave in the first place for some times that they've wronged us in the past. And in the honor of doing things in reverse today, Karrin, you were going to go first with throw the beef back on the grill.
Bro, you know who I'm about to be talking about. But in like middle school and a little bit of elementary, but mostly like middle school, there was this girl who used to like low key bully me. And like looking back on it, I was like, that bitch was just a hater for real. Like she would, and I can't even think of like the specific things. I remember one of the things that she said to me. I feel like it was like fifth grade before we went to middle school. And this is like how this was like one of like the first weeks of school I remember. And, you know, I'm just out on the playground, you know, doing my thug thizzle, you know what I'm saying? And I remember her being like, ew, your nails are so long and ugly. Cause, you know, I have like long nails. You probably can't even fucking really see them, but my nails are like long. And I was like, huh? Like, is this not like, girls just be saying just the stupidest shit and just fuck up your whole shit, bro. You'd be like, wait, my, and I was like, and that shit really had fucked me up. And I was like, damn, do I need to like cut my nails? And I remember I had like mentioned it to my mom, and my mom was like, huh? I was like, yeah, are long nails ugly? Like, are these not hot right now? And my mom was like, girl, women pay to have nails that are long and look like yours. What are you talking about? That's how fucked up this girl had me, bro. And the bullying was like, it continued a little bit through middle school because I remember that we had athletics and she would just say like slick shit like that just to like, and you know what? Fuck that girl forever. And I know she's still trash and a bitch because a couple of years ago, I think this was like right around like COVID time or like 2021, like a video of her had went so viral, like in bro, you know what I'm talking about? A video of her went viral because she was being like on some Karrin energy in some like random parking lot, and somebody pulled out their phone and was like, "Yo, you're being like trash right now," and she's like, "I don't give a fuck," blah blah blah. And I was like, "Fuck you, bitch! You're still trash, and your body is sloppy, so that's what you fucking get now." Fuck that girl.
Oh, no.
glad. I'm glad she's not doing good now. So fuck her. That's my fucking beef back on the grill.
Well, first of all, it makes me very sad to imagine young, sweet, I'm assuming you were sweet. I met you in sixth grade. I don't know. It hurts my heart to think of young, sweet Corinne having doubt in her heart and in her soul in like fifth grade over something so petty. That is the
Whoa.
second time I've heard her being accused of bullying in like the past 2 weeks. And this is somebody I haven't talked about in years. So that's pretty wild. So damn, she was really doing that in fifth grade.
Yes, it is funny because like I remember when that video had came up like a couple of years ago. I don't know when it was. I can't remember if it was like before or after COVID, but it was like I feel like it was right around that time that the video had went viral. And I remember somebody was like, commenting on it and they were like, "Oh, this girl used to bully me so hard in high school. I'm so glad she's like getting exposed and done." I was like, "Oh, wow, I wasn't the only victim." So yeah, fuck her.
Come on, man. Um,
What you got? What you got?
so mine stems from senior year in high school. So let me set the scene for you. Senior year,
You
just
love
ready.
setting a scene, bro.
I love setting the scene. Just ready to get out of there. I'm leaving class. I don't remember what class it is. That part of the story is irrelevant. But what I do remember is I was wearing some flip-flops. Back in the day, if you like, I like to have a little versatility in my outfits. I might be wearing some trash ass South Pole jeans one day, sagging them shits, and the next day I might be wearing khaki shorts and flip flops. I like to have a little Hollister t-shirt. I like to be a man of many attire, many styles. Good Lord, I literally get on here and get illiterate every single time.
Bro,
I
I
swear,
am
I know how to speak. I don't know what happens when we get on here.
I'm so dead because I know this Joey.
So
I know flip-flops Joey.
So I'm walking out of class, right? Just doing, like you said, doing my, is it thug fizzle, as you said? I'm just walking out, ready to post up. That was the best part of high school, being in a hallway
Just
posted up.
posted.
So I'm walking out. Some girl good Lord, some young lady who I did not even know. Like, and you know how like stories, like more time goes by and they become more elaborate, like you start embellishing them more. Like I feel like a 75-year-old man because the way I remember it is she was like clear on the other side of the hallway, like 100 yards away. But really she was probably like 6 feet away. And she goes, "Boy, your toes look like fingers." And when I tell you, I've never talked to this woman in my life, ever. I never knew there was anything wrong with my toes. I didn't wear flip-flops for 8 years. This woman stole my joy. I literally had no idea there's anything wrong with me. First of all, sniped me from a distance. This wasn't like up close roast. Yeah. Chris Kyle, American Sniper, just got me from afar. And like, there's nothing worse than finding out about one of your features that's not great. Like, you like go your whole life, you think everything's fine. I remember sixth grade, one of my friends started calling me big head. I was like, "Oh, I have a big head. This is news to me." Later in life, people started saying stuff about my nose. I was like, "Oh, I have a big nose. This whole thing, no idea." So until I was 18 years old, never know I had long, weird toes. But now I know because this strange woman that I've never talked to in my life calling me out in front of the whole hallway, stealing my joy. It took me to be about 26 before I wore flip flops again. Now I let the dogs out like Baja Men whenever I please. I don't care if my toes are long. I don't care if my pinky toe curls in. I don't care if one of my nails fell off and it grew back weird. Guess what? The toes are out, baby, and they're here to stay. That's my throw the beef back on the grill moment.
Well, you know what? I feel bad for us because look, we're just minding our business.
Victims. And when I tell you, like, you literally, that's the funniest part. I had no idea there was anything wrong with my toes. I had no idea. They've been my toes my whole life. But clearly there was something wrong with them.
I'm so fucking dead. She roasted you down.
Some stranger that I'd never talked to felt that they were so atrocious that she had to tell me. And not just tell me, make fun of me
Ooh,
in front of
fuck.
God knows who.
Ooh.
Um,
God damn, that was good.
so now we're going to move on to our boomer moment of the week. This is just a chance for us to complain about something that's pissed us off recently or in life in general. And this week, I'm just staying on like a clothes related thing. So the other day, I get home from work, right?
Okay.
Throw on, some random t-shirt because I get home from I have to wear like, golf polos and shit to work. So I get home, I just throw on some random like workout style clothes, put on this shirt. I'm like, oh, normal shirt. Go downstairs, my wife goes, "Hey, you look pretty good in that shirt." So I'm at this, I got the I'm getting
News to me.
who, me? I'm getting a compliment right now. So that euphoric high of receiving a compliment lasted for about 30 seconds. And then I immediately got angry because I realized, you know why this shirt looks good on me? Because it actually fits. So I wear a size large t-shirt, right? why do all shirts not fit the same way? Why does every single shirt I get fit in a different manner? So for the longest period of time, for 10, 12 years, I wore larges. All of a sudden, I start getting larges. Maybe I put my hands up. Maybe I'm having a good time. Maybe I'm doing one of these. Shirt rides up damn near my belly button showing. I'm looking like Tracy Morgan in The Longest Yard, all those cheerleaders. Like, none of them hoes fit properly. Like, I go, and then you go extra large, which I wear for most of my
Way too
now.
big.
And I look
Way.
like, have you ever seen the episode of The Simpsons when Homer goes on disability by making himself get fatter and he wears like the moo They
Moo
fit
moo.
like that. So I'm just like drowning in these shirts these days because the larges are too small. Like, God forbid you dry them for 5 minutes one time. I just don't know how we're in 2025 and I order a shirt online and it's just a mystery bag every time. I don't know how it's going to fit. It's going to fit me perfectly. It's going to fit me like it's a triple X tall tee, or it's going to fit me like I got it from the junior section for little girls in Target. I don't know how there's no consistency with this. And I wish that every single clothing company would just get together. We're probably not getting together with China anytime soon, thanks to your boy. But I wish we would all just come together and decide exactly how we're going to manufacture these t-shirts. Because no, it's weird trying on a t-shirt. You go to a place and I'm going to strip down and try on a t-shirt and then it's going to smell like deodorant when I put it back. I'm not trying to do that to people. Make sure it's the same size.
I 100% agree with you. And I don't even I don't, like you said, you can't try on a fuck. I'm not going to try this on. I just eyeball them every time. And I'm like, if it's too long, I'll just figure out a way to tuck it in. I don't know what to tell you.
And people probably think, they're probably like, damn, like Joey really like, they were like, yeah, he really stopped going to the gym. That shirts are big as hell on him. No, but I still got the 24-inch pythons. I'm just wearing a larger shirt because these shits don't fit.
24.
That
Put
was a Hulk
the
Hogan reference too.
fucking BB guns away. Nobody's trying to
That
see.
was again, that was a Hulk Hogan reference. And everybody from our childhood is a terrible person now, so that sucks. So it's your turn,
All
brother.
right, let me, you know what? And I talked about streaming shit last week. This is not wholly related to streaming platforms and shit, but it is related to
2 weeks
just
ago,
like
I think.
being like digital era. So I'm so old school. I have a written watch list, handwritten watch list, right?
Okay.
So when I see shit, I'm like, oh, I need to put that on the watch list. Hand write it down. If I go to the movies, like I keep a digital one in my phone just so like if I don't carry a fucking notepad on me. But I'll write it down. That the written one is law. That's fucking canon. That's Bible right there. I go into fucking theater, I see something, on Twitter or whatever the fuck, release date, the 11th. Great. I write it down. The 11th comes and goes. The movie or the show has not released. And I'm like, what the fuck? I thought this released. Fucking Google that shit. Oh, release date, the 26th. Now hold on, motherfucker, because I wrote down the fucking 11th. Y'all are not going to gaslight me, bro, because that's the other thing. They don't announce that they've changed it. They just secretly change it and it's not in the theater on the weekend that I wrote down. And I'm like, hold on, motherfucker. I'm not stupid and I have a really good memory and I have logged this into my memory for a fucking month. Y'all are gaslighting me. And they just change the day and go on about their day. That's my fucking complaint for this week.
Are you sure
It
you're not
drives
getting
me.
old? I know you said
I,
you have good memory. I think that date's probably not changing. It's probably you remember wrong. Like,
I
I used to have good memory
promise.
too.
Oh, you're gonna fucking mansplain to me my memory, fucking asshole.
This is not meant. Don't even do that. Go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
that's my fucking
Go ahead.
that's my fucking complaint, bro.
I'm impressed that you have a list. All right, so now we're going to move into quick news. And the thing about quick news, when we first started this show, I imagined that quick news would be quick, and quick news has not been quick. It has been, in fact, just news with that's not quick. So what we're going to do is all of these segments, I like to think were original. I like to think these are things that we didn't steal from anything else. But the way this quick news is about to go is completely ripped off of PTI, the show on ESPN. So if you've ever seen PTI, it's just rapid fire, about a minute or so of quick news where we just put quick little thoughts on topics that have happened this week. So we're going to try this new style of this so it doesn't take 12 minutes. So, first topic of the week, Kurt Cobain's smash guitar from a 1992 European tour went on auction starting at 30K. Is there any celebrity item that you would like to buy, and how much would you be willing to pay?
It would definitely be something of the weekends. And he has like so much shit that he posts that has like the XO symbol on it. I know that he has a pool table. I can't remember what color it is. I feel like it was purple because I've always wanted a purple one. He has a pool table with the XO painted on it, and I was like, damn, that's a bad bitch. So, and that's if I was rich. If I was rich, I'd probably drop 15 to 20 on that
How much
motherfucker.
would you be willing to pay now?
$50 because that's all I can afford. Okay. Joseph, Jessica Simpson reportedly drinks snake sperm to help her vocal cords. Are you willing to do that to ensure that we have the best theme song possible every week for Long Lost Spouse?
Short answer, no. Second answer, girl, what are you doing this for? You haven't put out music in the past 25 years. People are just gonna start thinking you like the taste of that shit because what singing are you doing besides singing happy birthday to family members and shit? And no, I'm not willing to do that. I don't believe in performance enhancers. I'm all natural, baby. I'll keep it with the beer and the water, please. The head coach of the Denver Nuggets, Mike Malone, was fired on Tuesday, 5 days before the end of the regular season. After the Nuggets won the championship in 2023, he got a Denver Nuggets tattoo. Do you think he regrets that in this moment?
You know what? I'm gonna be real and I'm gonna say, nah, he don't regret it because he still got that fucking trophy. He still got that trophy, and I respect it because I have some stupid fucking shit on my body. But you know what? At that time, it was important to me, so I'm gonna let him. I'm gonna let him rock. Okay. All right.
Championships are forever.
Right. My name is in that fucking book. Right. All
Yes.
right. UConn, the women's team, Gators, the men's team. Those are who won the national, I don't know what NCAA stands for, NCAA basketball championships. So, how much money did you win off of those great brackets that you
I won
created?
precisely $0, but I should have been reading palms and shit before I filled out that women's bracket because I was on my shit with that. Got the Elite Eight all the way right, got the Final Four right. I picked South Carolina. A day later, I was like, you know what? I got a feeling about UConn. Changed it to UConn, so I picked everything right from eight onward. So I finished at 200 or 2,935th place out of 129,379 people. Men's bracket, throw that shit in the crapper and flush it. We don't need to talk about that. Heartbreaking loss, though, for U of H. The city of Houston, besides baseball, continues to get destroyed in sports, but that's part of the game, baby. Millionaire Marjorie Taylor Greene posted her son's Venmo and asked people to buy him a beer for his 22nd birthday. How many beers did you buy your girl's son?
First of all, fuck that girl. I didn't buy her fucking son shit. She should have posted her own fucking Venmo so that people could buy her a fucking brain. That bitch is so dumb. And then she deleted it 5 minutes later, by the way. I don't know if you saw that, but she deleted it and never even like retweeted happy birthday to my son without all the shit. But yeah, so fuck her. I didn't buy her shit. I didn't send a millionaire fucking money. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, like, goddamn, like, oh, we don't have to get into this.
Just nothing going on up here.
Just add Tacky to the list of all the stupid shit she is.
Right.
All right, that is quick news. So now we're going to move on to our final part, which is our recommendation for the week, where we just, recommend anything from a show to a movie to an activity. My recommendation for this week is I recommend if you watch sports or if you are deciding that you are at that point in your life where you want to become a fan of a specific sport. If you don't have a hometown team and you're searching who is my team, pick a team that is not good, or if it's your hometown team, pick them and ride it out. First of all, we're too old if you're around our age to be bandwagoning. So if you pick like the best team and say that's your team, grow up. Second of all, the Rockets were the worst team in the NBA for 3 straight seasons. I watched 99.8% of those games. And at times it felt like cruel and unusual punishment. But guess what, baby? We're the number 2 seed going into the NBA playoffs. It makes it so much more rewarding when you stick with the team through the highs and the lows, like the Niners in my childhood years. They were awful for so long. They still haven't won a Super Bowl, but since I've been watching, but they've made it several times. Ride or die for your team. Don't be a team hopper. Don't be a bandwagon fan. That shit's annoying, and it makes it so much more rewarding when they get it done in the end.
All respect. All right, this week the movie that I'm recommending is called It's What's Inside. It's on Netflix. I listened to one of the film pages that I post or that I follow. They have a podcast, and so I listened to the podcast, and they had the director on there, and I was listening to the episode, and I was like, "Damn, this movie sounds sick as fuck." I was like, "I gotta check this out." Literally turned it on that night. 5 stars. I even ran it back the next night because it was so, I was like, this movie is sick. It's like a thriller. I don't want to give too much away, but it's like there's a body swap involved. So, they're about to re-release Freaky Friday. So get in your fucking body swap bag real quick. But it's like millennials, like our age. It's kind of like a dark comedy, like thriller. Definitely fucking check it out. It's the best original they've released in a really long time. So I had to recommend it.
Freaky Friday is a fantastic movie. Also, we're talking body swaps. This isn't technically a body swap, but Face Off is one of the most unrealistic movies of all time, but also really enjoyable. Face Off, I recommend that.
With
Double recommendation
Travolta,
for me. Yeah,
with Travolta and Nick Cage.
yeah. So dumb in so many ways, but fantastic at the same time. Well, that wraps up episode 6 of Long Lost Pals. We appreciate all the support and the people who do listen. It's been very kind of y'all.
5 people. Shout out to those 5 people.
Hey, it's at least 7 or 8. We appreciate you. And if you like it at least a little bit, start telling people to listen to it, please.
Right.
Don't start standing on the side of the road with a little cardboard box. Listen to our show. I don't even
Repost that
want
shit,
money.
fam.
Yeah, please repost. We're gonna end this episode the way we always do with a direct quote from a woman that overcame a lot of trials and tribulations in her lifetime. People talking about her nails, people stealing her movies. Oh, this is after, actually. This is before. So at this time, people had just talked about her nails and she wore K Swiss. And I will tell you, people, to stay fly. We're,
66666.
you and this devil Drake stuff.